I had to don a different mask. As Bruce Wayne,
Hey there, sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome to Pure PlayStation's review of Episode 3 of Batman the Enemy Within. Personal conflict is really the core of Episode 3 of Batman the Enemy Within. It increases as Bruce Wayne continues his deep cover operation with Harley Quinn, Bane, and Mr. Freeze. It's primarily focused on Bruce Wayne's relationships, so we don't get to see much of Batman. This can be a positive and a negative, but it gives the series a necessary point to slow things down a bit and develop the characters. As usual, minor spoilers will be discussed. Bruce Wayne is out of his league. He's great at punching psychos and less great at working with them. His risky actions put him in conflict with his identity as Batman. Waller still has him on a short leash, and he has to sneak away to make phone calls like some secret high school crush. This puts him at odds with Gordon, who just wants to protect his city. Bruce's new friends are drawing some negative attention as well, making Gordon think the criminal Wayne influence is back in Gotham. Speaking of back, Catwoman is back in town, and she has signed up to work with Harley to find where Riddler's next job is planned. As an independent contractor, she knows that her time with Crazy and Company could be cut short for any reason. The will they, won't they love story is still casually hanging out in the background like an underage teenager sneaking a cigarette. Internally, Harley and Bane are at each other's throats, sometimes literally. There's a mole somewhere in the organization. Hi, my name is Bruce Wayne, and they're not afraid to ask questions with their fists. This mistrust has everyone on edge. That's the setup, and the story in Episode 3 is solid. For the most part, we see little interactions play out between characters in a smaller and quieter way. I really wanted a little more action, but there are still some tense moments. I like that we had a chance to interact with everyone in the episode. Telltale's third episode of a season may be its standard breather. We need to slow down and talk to each other, or betray each other, to set up our future climax. When we punch or are punched in episodes 4 and 5, chances are pretty good that it came from the actions in episode 3. With that in mind, episode 3 is decent. It puts everyone on course for a future head-on collision that we will see soon. It's slower, but it seems to take a few more chances. Although the freedom may be somewhat artificial, it felt like I had more than enough to make or ruin friendships and lives. When my games and my real life collide like that, what's good enough for Batman is good enough for me. For more news, reviews, and original content, head on over to pureplaystation.com.